Dude, that timing was pretty good. Alright, it's time. All skill points, all optionals, all bosses, all mini bosses. Just the last boss. And then whatever comes after. Hopefully it's not more than an hour and a half. If it is, then I'll figure something out. Maybe I have a plan. I have something planned for a bit, but I got a little bit of time. I can't tell if they're normal or if they're already like virused out. I'm assuming they sound like they're virused out. That's the way back. Or unlocks a shortcut. Not yet. Oh, I guess I will. Oh, logs, okay. Origin era, year 450, winter 120. I've never seen a catastrophe like this. Tianpo will spread all throughout Penglai. No Solarian will be spared, including myself. However, during this chaotic time, the Xiandao Council was able to maneuver itself to the top. This has helped us secure an unprecedented amount of support and resources. Our new Kunlun Research Center will bring back all the Fangxi technologies. We must live up to everyone's hopes and find that cure. That is our current mission. The world will know that science is our only hope. Like 819, so that's 35 logs later. Origin area year 452, spring 4-8. 4 out of 8? 4-8. While I was speaking to the Xia Kingdom, a severely injured young boy was put in front of me. He had suffered serious injuries from an explosion. I did not expect him to survive to the next day. Miraculously, it seems like the primordial roots was helping him regenerate the damaged organs and tissue. Using my rhizomatic stabilizer, the young man not only made a full recovery, his body also exhibited an unprecedented symbiosis between Solarian cells and genetic material from the primordial roots. This data may lead us to even more breakthroughs. Have I been blessed by the heavens? 342. Origin area year 468, winter 1223. Month 12, day 23. I'm assuming. Fantastic, we have found a new ray of hope on the eve of the launch. Our research was totally misguided. We need not rely on the primordial roots to eternal life for Solarians. With data from G's cells, we'll not only develop a serum for Tianhuo, we'll also be able to achieve true immortality. I believe we can overcome any and all challenges we face. A Solarian that can live for thousands of years without any genetic modification. The source of G's vitality differs vastly from that of Kang Hui or Yi. But this information needs to be concealed, especially from Yi. We can't afford any more missteps at this juncture. And like 45 logs later, Foundation area gear 2. So now we're in the Foundation era. Autumn, month 10, day 23. Despite not meeting expectations, we already have a prototype for the cure. The next step will be to test the cure on our test subjects. After several rounds of observation, adjustment, and additional testing, we should be able to perfect the serum. Solarian clinical tests take a massive amount of time to conclude. Luckily, the Eternal Cauldron project has bought us that precious time. In the end, the credit still goes to Yi. Where did it all go wrong? As your mentor, I thought you'd understand. I feel like I missed something up here. I didn't like go up. Wouldn't even let me go up. I should have paid attention. That moved in a way I was not expecting. Maybe if I dash into the front of it and I tank the first hit, then that maybe would just like... Oh, that works too. Cats. Like 301. Origin area year 457, summer 81. I've been going through solution after solution only to find that I'm dead wrong every single time. When we isolated the Tianhuo gene from an embryo, the result did not resemble a Solarian in either appearance or intelligence, to say nothing of its incredibly short lifespan. In fact, we might not even be able to recreate a cure this time. Or to create a cure this time. It was in this fraught situation that Yi came up with the Eternal Cauldron project. It's risky, but it might be our last big gamble. Therefore, I have decided to move all our available resources toward the Eternal Cauldron project. Research on the cure is by no means terminated, just postponed. Did I screw up by killing that guy instead of going off of him? I'm gonna go back. Yeah, that worked. There's a passage up there. I don't want to kill it yet if I need it to pogo. I hope I don't. 4 logbook. Oh my god. Foundation era, year 37. Winter, month 2, day 15. Okay, still Foundation era. It's still unclear if one can be completely cured of Tianhuo, but there are no doubts regarding the effectiveness of the serum. Based on our reports, Tianhuo growth seems to have been suppressed in Dusk Guardians who have received the serum. However, it is worth noting that a very small percentage of test subjects experience secondary mutations. These mutations have led the affected Solarians to take on a new form. What follows is a loss of sanity and an increase in violent behavior. This is a completely new development that will require further observation. 500 entries? Are we still in the Foundation era? You're 125. Okay, so it's like 100 years or something. Waking up from the soulscape over and over again has taken a toll on my body. Solarians exhibiting the secondary mutations, now referred to as mutants, have demonstrated some incredible abilities. With the roots genes already present in Tianhuo, some mutants have been able to infect and devour a part of the primordial roots. Through that connection, these mutants are functionally immortal. Foundationary year 259, another 100 years. Damn soulscape, my head feels like it's about to explode. Returning to our report, the mutants seem to exhibit some collective consciousness. They share information and act as a group to the point of being energy efficient and coordinated to an extreme degree. This phenomenon goes beyond our traditional understanding of life forms. We may be on the cusp of discovering a whole new type of organism. And then another 502 journal entries. Like entries, whatever. Foundation era, year 351, day not known, or month, or season. Just year 351. We've concluded our clinical tests after no new qualitative changes were observed. 90% of those who received the serum failed to recover from Tianhuo. The remaining 10% turned into mutants. How are we supposed to find the solution? It's like 400, 300 something plus years for just failed experiment. Oops, wrong button. This looks like a one-way. It is indeed a one-way. Oh no, I'm already stuck. I can die. That'll get me out. Okay. was a dead end, oh my god. There was no point in me backtracking. Well, I didn't know. Okay. It's time. Oh, that happened very recently, which means that they... No. This isn't gonna work. So this is where you were hiding. You weren't easy to find. I really didn't expect to see you again, Yi. I'm sure you didn't enter my soulscape just to say hello. No, I'm here to patch up my regrets. Have you forgotten already? We were separated in such a hurry I didn't have time to properly say goodbye to my old mentor. What a sentimental disciple you are. It has been 509 years since we last parted. Back then, if I was able to convince you, things might not have developed this way. Spare me the empty speculation. If we could go back in time, I'd simply behead you with my sword. I've watched you murder the souls one after the other. I don't even recognize you anymore behind your bloodlust. You're my favorite student, so curious about the world and eager to learn science. Don't you remember? You came up with the eternal cauldron and brought hope to all Solarians. That hope should not have been based on lies. People have a right to the truth. That's what you taught me. You were the one who betrayed everything you believed in. Wrong. As a scientist, I knew from the very beginning that it was important to solve problems in a practical manner. Truth and lies mean nothing compared to a Solarian's life. Forgive me for asking, but do you think Tianhuo will just disappear once you have taken all the soul seals? Or do you plan on waking everyone up just to die together back in Penglai? I believe there are things more important than mere survival. Like what? What could be more important than staying alive? Without life, we all return to nothingness. I have indeed made mistakes in the past. That's why I spent the last few centuries trying to make amends. Right now, I'm the only one who can make things right. No matter how much you hate me, this is an indisputable fact. You're not in a position to say any of that. Did that strike a nerve? It's only because deep down you know I'm right. Yi, are you doing this on behalf of all Solarians, or is this a personal vendetta? I don't think there's any meaning in continuing this idle chatter. I agree, draw your sword. I won't lose to you this time. I admire your confidence, but don't forget this is my soulscape. Do you recall the first key point from the Fengshi Art of War? All warfare is based on deception. Correct, you have always been an excellent pupil. I seized control of your nerve centers the moment you entered this realm. Even I didn't think you'd pull such a dirty trick. In fact, I was just thinking about how I would obtain the permissions to usher in the new era. The heavens must have sent you to assist me, and for that you have my gratitude. Planned this from the start. So then those mutations. There were many accidents along the way, but I finally understand the purpose of it. Everything, including your betrayal, ended up working in my favor. Sleep peacefully, my child, for this nightmare is about to end. I've been thinking about a lot lately. What do you mean? Why are you here? I'm sorry, but I can't leave with you. What did you say? I'm not going with you. I want to stay. What happened? What's making you say such a stupid thing? I'm serious. You will die if you stay here. Don't you know that? I know, but I can't imagine my life ending anywhere other than in Penglai. At New Kunlun, we will find a way to end this virus. You won't have to fear Tianhuo. But ultimately, we're all mortal, and I hope to complete my journey within the Great Tao.
Wait.
Here you go again with that gibberish. Do you not want to live anymore? Of course I want to live. How could I not want to spend the rest of my days with you? But Yi, I don't want to run away. Life and death are part of an inseparable whole. We must live well and be willing to accept death's embrace when it inevitably comes. Back then, the primordial roots extended your life. The one that saved me was my mentor. Why do you think I worked so hard to study science for all these years? I thought you of all people would understand. Why would you betray me like this? I've always saved the best of everything for you. No, you just assumed what I wanted. You never bothered to ask me. You keep saying it's all for me, but really it's always been about what you want. So everything I've done up to now was just my own wishful thinking. I get it now. Is that what's been going through your head? I should have known. Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. It's okay, I think you made your point loud and clear. Let me do the same. I'll come back to visit one last time before I take off. If, after giving it some thought, you still decide not to come, then you're gone to me, and I never had a little sister. How could you say something like that? You're all I have left. I'd rather forget about you than approve of you rotting with the rest of the lunatics on Penglai. Doesn't matter, you're not at fault and I'm not at fault. None of us were at fault. We just made different choices. But you never came back. Why? Why did you leave me behind? I didn't. When the curtain falls, none of us are really at fault. Outshine all species, never to be extinguished. Reaching our bygone glory to feel our brilliance. We're survivors. Our feverish flames have failed to forge hope, inflicting blistering pain with each searing embrace. We are martyrs. Working in vain, painting her colors across the sky over and over again, probing and failing. Night descends and our light is already faded. Right and wrong fade away in the twilight. The sky is getting dark. No one's at fault, for we are only souls. I knew you were here, Yi. You're excited for dinner? You're finally awake. Is that you? Can you hear me? Where have you been? We were attacked. The Four Seasons Pavilion? You in danger? Those metallic monsters suddenly came in and... Wait, I think they're back. Find a place to hide. Just want you there, answer me. One of the 10 souls in the council and head of the research center, Agong holds the most prestige in the Tiandao Council. She is the council's de facto leader and Yi's mentor. Five log entries. And they're continuations, it looks like. Foundation era. Forget it, it doesn't matter anymore. I've looked over all my past research data. Perhaps there was something we didn't account for. Why were we even researching immortality in the first place? No. There has to be an explanation and I will find the answer. Scientific questions always yield answers. I must have missed something crucial. There's Solarians in the soulscapes just waiting for me to save them. All my sacrifices will eventually pay off. 4009. That's right, I've been a fool. The mutations are the key. To think that I wasted all this time. The existence of the mutants gives us a whole new paradigm to view life in our universe. I finally understand. Jianhua was never supposed to be a disaster. It's a trial and a gift from the universe to all Solarians. The mutations will allow Solarians to unlock the next stage of our evolution. This is my destiny, to lead all Solarians toward their immortal futures. How incredibly profound. That's actually crazy. Okay. Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. I accidentally bent my fingernail back. That was silly. Is that the only way forward? Yeah, that was silly. I shouldn't have died there. I have to parry. There we go. Oh, that was the only way. Oh my god. I keep going ways without checking if there are other paths. Just realized there were no other paths. Okay, no, this isn't bad. Oops. Ow. I hit by like 4 things at once there. The cats are gone. And probably dead. Log 1. Ocean area, year 434. Spring 305. Under both the pressure and expectations of the council, I have fully devoted myself to the Immortality Project. If I fail to yield positive results once more, the Fang Clan might pull their funding. This has been a personal dream of mine, so I cannot fail in this last-ditch effort. I'll start by researching the cells of the primordial roots Fusang for any clues. Origin area, year 444. Summer month 6017. After 10 years of unrelenting research, we have finally made a critical breakthrough in the synthesis between Solarian cells and the roots regeneration cells. This is our first step toward immortality and a victory for science. The research may even become a turning point and encourage people to embrace science and technology. It may be our greatest accomplishment since Lear passed away. Origin era, year 446, autumn 919. All test subjects have developed symptoms of rejection and are dying one after the other. The cause is a hetero unknown virus that was accidentally synthesized during the gene editing process. It has been codenamed Tianhuo. Hitherto unknown, oh my god. Accidentally synthesized during gene editing. The virus is contagious, but we have neither isolated it nor found its transmission vectors. Once the infected pass away, flowers blossom from their corpses, allowing the virus to propagate itself. Agang devoted her life to research aimed at improving the well-being of her fellow Solarians. Unfortunately, a mistake in one of her experiments led to the birth of the Tianhuo virus. Faced with this mistake, she was determined to find a solution at any cost in order to right this catastrophic mistake. I think that's everything. Oh my god. Why did the arrow type change? That was weird. Wait a second. That's how. It's a D-pad. How am I supposed to get out of here? Oh wait, the door's probably open to the left now because it was blocked off before. Personal diary. Chien. It is a noble job being a Dusk Guardian. Our eyes are always open and we never sleep. It is through our sacrifice that you can all have a good night's sleep. We take care of the night. I know there's nothing we can do about it, but it's time everyone learned the truth. There's no elixir to slow down the disease. The Ascension Palace was a total fiction. The souls, Agong, everything they promised was a lie. We're just a bunch of cheap lab rats. I mean, at the end of the day, we never deserved to board the island. I remember, Mom. Shanghai 9000. Wait for me. I will save everyone. Every last one of us. Is it cut off? I need to make sure. Okay, it is. Okay, it's a dead end down here. This is where that single one was. Yeah, down here. What are you doing here? It's one of Sol Agong's experimental pods. I wouldn't mess with that if I were you. Jen, coordinates inside. Jen! The person inside is who you're looking for. A Dusk Guardian. Don't be impulsive. Agong used them for her experiments. She might... Doesn't matter. Jen is alive or dead. You friend, do not stop me. Wait. Photo of Shanghai 9000 and its Solarian friend was carefully hidden by Dusk Guardian on their uniform. Absolutely brutal. And that is the last piece in the database. Shanghai 9000, a broken assistive robot. Unlike the other robots, it seems to be performing some other task. It once had a Solarian Dusk Guardian friend who met her end when she became one of Agong's experiments. This robot searched all over for Nukunlun just to meet with her once more. Dang it. Doesn't this just go down? Yeah, it loops back around. It's fine. Guess I just go straight back to the central hall because I've got everything else. Wait, isn't there the room up top? I have to go up. Not up high enough. You couldn't kill him. Sir Yi, it seems that I have overestimated my abilities. You couldn't stop Jing Qian. It's alright, you're a scholar after all. Don't you mean your injuries? Is there any way to repair them? This time, even with all the Jin and New Kunlun, it would accomplish nothing. Oh, in the end, I shall be the one to shutter mine eye first. Dreams disappear into the clouds. Everything returns to naught. I'll help you deal with them. How shameful to have to trouble you up to the very end. It's nothing, just lay down and be at peace. I shall perish with dignity and not endure in silence. Chiyo. He believes that existence has no value if one does not live for themselves. That is why he risked everything to end the life of his non-self-aware brother, Jing Qian. Okay, getting killed by the environment. Oh my god. I'm just gonna die to the environment. Dude, what the heck? That's ridiculous. This guy's just doing like an overhead swing that's super easy to dodge, but the fact that he's got a ton of projectiles falling from the ceiling means that I'm like struggling. If I slow it down, it shouldn't be too bad. That's not too bad. There you go, buddy. I think that's everything. So now I need to go up and then left. That's what I will do. And they blocked it off. And that is also a one-way, so... guess I'm going left. This is a dead end. What am I doing? Okay. I am a bit confused on some of these conversations in terms of like, yeah, I mean, like, I did like technically kill a lot of them, but the problem is like a lot of them ended up just like killing themselves in a sense, so it's kind of like, I don't know why my guy just kind of was like, yeah. Other than again, I guess I'm conflating the actions that I'm taking as a character with my character's motivations, and that those two are not necessarily aligned. Crap. I didn't want to do that. Wait. Do I alt F4? Can I go back? I can go back. Oh my god, thank goodness. It's like, let me at least talk to everyone first. If anyone's alive. Which predictions say that you'll get lost out there. Don't worry, I get lost all the time. I did get a little bit lost. A little turned around. Got shut down, huh? It's mostly. Ruyi. What happened? Where's Shuan Shuan? You're right, those people came in and broke Abacus. Aegon brought her guards here and wreaked havoc. There's nothing I could do. Well, it says Rui, not Aegon. The alarms were disabled due to an exploit in the firewall. What's the extent of the damage? Most of our facilities are still functioning. However, Aegon took the soul seal in your vital sanctum. I tried all I could to stop her, but she succeeded in the end. I deserve the most severe punishment. I was also stripped of all my permissions. So now she alone holds the power of all 10 soul seals. Why would she go through all this trouble? She must also be after the council code. And I can be pretty certain we won't like what she has in mind. Yeah, she wants to infect everyone, and I just didn't think she would also be the one behind the mutants. What do you mean? Does she want to destroy No Kunlun? Basically, yeah. Based on what we know, it's difficult. Definitely within the realm of possibility, but why would she? I mean, we've already read. She's under the delusion, unless you just like lied in it, that for some reason accepting the mutation is the, like, it's basically an act of desperation. Of like, okay, well, if we just kind of embrace it, then we get immortality without actually acknowledging the side effects of that. I can perform a situational analysis and calculate probable causes. Core processor damage extends 97%, so it's not just your language processing module, your entire core. I guess I will not be of much help anymore. I may be about to shut down permanently. Shut down? What's wrong? I'm not gonna let Abacus die, right? Core damage is irreparable. No one will be able to fix it. It is definitely not your fault. The shutdown isn't related to the actions of anyone. The winds of fortune blow every which way. No one escapes calamity, not even if they happen to be the world's most powerful computer. You know, I feared that I would never see you again, my lord. However, that cherished wish has finally been fulfilled. You've always been so sentimental. Thanks for everything. I've stored your preferred tools and defaults in a backup database. They can be transferred seamlessly. You acquire a new assistant. Good luck and may you. Permanent shutdown. Oh, 07. Abacus. Ruyi. Use dedicated personal assistant and artificial intelligence system. For unknown reasons, its sentiment levels were set unusually high, resulting in a more sentimental tone. As Yi's most loyal assistant. What the heck? Hold on. It's something in my sock. Alright. Aziz's most loyal assistant, Abacus, stood up to Aegon during the break-in and protected the residents of the pavilion, resulting in severe damage and forcing him to shut down. Still missing 5%. Where did he go? This is the end, isn't it? I feel like we just went on a massive wild goose chase. This is not the time to mourn. Was that supposed to fill me with hope? Aegon just seized ultimate control of the council, commanding the guards to annihilate us. Will be a piece of cake on our own. And don't get me started on the mutants. It won't be long until the entirety of New Kunlun is crawling with them. Do you really think there'll be any survivors? Solarians aren't the only residents in New Kunlun. What do you mean? You're talking about Chuan Chuan? Wait, no, you mean you want to save the ape men? I'm not in the mood for jokes right now. Are you really serious? I thought it through. I want to help the ape men survive. Really? Well, I mean, yeah, you're all infected, and the only person that wasn't just kind of died. And you're all, like, I literally don't even... Yeah, you guys failed big time. In a lot of different ways. And you don't really have the means of saving the Solarians. It's like, I mean, like, I don't know. Yee. Regardless of whether New Kunlun goes dark, we must take them all back to the pale blue planet. We should return the flames of the eternal cauldron before everything is extinguished. If Heng were still here, that was what she would have done. That would doom the eternal cauldron. Do you know how many people sacrificed their lives for this project? That's why there shouldn't be any more sacrifices. Do you think the ape men are more worthy of redemption than we are? I believe they'll have a chance to live better lives. I guess Chuan Chuan has influenced you quite a bit. Well, this is where we're at. If you want to do some good deeds before it all ends, I won't object. What happens afterwards? This is all empty talk if we can't stop Aegon. If a battle is inevitable, I have something that could tip the balance. Remember the rhizomatic bomb you found last time? I have plans for a new arrow that, if made, could tear apart heaven and earth. The automatic forge is working as fast as it possibly can, but it still needs some time. The bad news is this type of arrow can only be fired once. Once is all I need. Let's split up. I need to prepare for my confrontation with Aegon. We wait for that arrow to be completed. The Yetman problem is a bit more pressing. I need you to take Chuan Chuan to Shenong. After that, activate the docks. You can't just decide for me. I'm not going. Well. Don't throw a tantrum. I know you were listening. Did you hear everything Uncle Chubby and I were saying? Then you should know that it's not safe here anymore. Didn't you see how they hurt Abacus? I don't want to go to that blue planet thing. I want to stay with you, Yi. I want to go to Penglai together. Don't be silly, that's not a place you should go. At least you'll be there. You have no idea what you're talking about. You don't even know me. Of course I know you. I know you like your food well seasoned and extra spicy. I know that when you sleep, even the neighbors can hear your snoring. I know that you're super knowledgeable about everything. You taught me so much and made me realize how big the world could be. I know that after Mom and Dad left, you were the only one who would love me. I'll have nothing if you're not going to be with me. Chuan Chuan, there are some things I think you should know. I'm actually not a very good person. Centuries ago, in a desperate attempt to avoid extinction, we Solarians took your people. We kidnapped countless ape men from the pale blue planet to New Kunlun. We robbed you of your freedom, treated you cruelly, and killed you indiscriminately. That's the truth behind Peach Blossom Village. The worst part is, this was all my idea. I already figured all that out ages back. I'm not stupid. I saw those killing machines on the day I left with Anon. That was when I guessed that our village might not be what everyone imagined it to be. And you should also be aware that if it weren't for me, you might have been living a normal life on the pale blue planet. Your mom and dad would still be alive. When I first saw those things, I was really scared, to be honest with you. But that's the thing. You're the Yi who lives with me now. You're not the Yi from the past, and most important of all, I know the current Yi would never hurt me. As dangerous as it might get, I'm not scared when I'm with you. Please let me stay. Don't be silly. Since when did you start being so difficult? How's this? I promise to pick you up from the pale blue planet as soon as things settle down here. Really? When have I ever lied to you? Please. When have I ever lied to you? Go take refuge with Shenong and the others. I better get moving in case something happens to the docks later. I'm leaving it in your hands. Explain the situation to Shenong and guide the 8 men to the transport ships. I'll prepare for my flight and wait for the arrow to finish before meeting up with you all. Rhizomatic arrow. Inspired by the rhizomatic bomb, it carries a similar destructive energy. The arrow should be used as a last resort in your battle against Agong. It can only be fired once. Okay, well I cannot accidentally fire it, so that's good. Okay, this place is now empty.
Sir.
Let's be honest, brother. With that incredibly smart brain of yours, how could you have overlooked the fact that none of these ships can move unless there's a Solarian at the helm? Were you expecting these 8 men to fly themselves to the pale blue planet? You're the best pilot I know. No! I knew it, you sly dog. Look, I'll send Chuan Chuan and the rest of the villagers back to the pale blue planet. However, that is my own decision and has nothing to do with you. Do not thank me. I just want Chuan Chuan to have a real home. I also bear some responsibility for causing this mess. As for you, go get your affairs in order. Even if it's just the 2 of us left, let's go back to Penglai together. You got it?
Hey.
Take it easy. Your furballs aren't going anywhere before my people are on board. Especially you, Chubby. With you around, the villagers act like a bunch of obedient children. Saves me a whole lot of bother. Here I am still relying on you gods to lend me a hand right up to the end. Isn't that right, Chuan Chuan? What's wrong? Didn't you want to say something to Yi? No. Come on, we're on a tight schedule here, kid. No, I don't want to go. I want to stay with you, Yi. Come here, I have something for you. Is this your mystic nymph? Yes, it's very important to me, so I want to ask you a favor. Can you hold on to it for me for a little bit? Really? Okay, I understand. I'll take good care of it and return it to you later. Why are you pouting and crinkling your eyebrows if you understand? How about this? As a reward, I'll take you to see the ocean when we're both on the pale blue planet. Really? Then sure. Pinky promise? Pinky promise. It's almost time. Let's get ready to depart. Take care. You all take care too. How are you doing, dear brother? Whenever I get some free time, I always find myself writing to you, just like before. I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets over deciding to stay. Whenever I think about dying alone in a world without you, I start to feel so lonely. I know you're probably too far away for these messages to catch up. It'll probably take hundreds of years for you to receive the first one. I know I'll never get to receive your replies. But that doesn't matter. From my memories, I can piece together fragments of you. Your every glance, your every word. Hey, I'm sure your plans have worked, and you're no doubt celebrating the fruits of your success. Or perhaps you have embarked on an entirely new journey? No. I was going to pick you up, I swear. I don't know. I didn't know I would wake up centuries later. If you have a new family, will you still remember me? Of course, how could I ever forget about you? Will you miss the days we spent together? I'm sorry. I miss you so much. Sorry, this is supposed to be my last message to you. Not just a bunch of trivial questions. Yeah, I want to know that my time has come. But don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. I'll just be stepping ahead if you return to heaven and earth. Ahead of you to return. I know. Let me make a promise that one day, when we meet again, you'll take the time to tell me your story. I promise. It's a promise. Take care, my dear brother, until destiny reunites us. Goodbye. You have no more unread messages. Hang. Yi's naive and eccentric young sister. She has a particularly close bond with Yi. As one of the few people who can resonate with Fusang, Aang believes in returning to the Tao, and that it is natural to coexist and perish with Peng Lai. She therefore did not cling to life and refused Yi's proposal to live in New Kunlun. She chose to stay in her hometown and accept the natural end to her life. Oh, I never bought every upgrade. Dang it. I forgot to do that. Only place left to go. Program unlock primordial root or system encrypted operation fails. That's easy. Council Proceedings 9. Sol Yi, you have the floor. Thank you. I think my fellow souls will agree that it's time to face the music. We can bicker all we want, but the truth is that the Tianhuo cannot be cured in the short term. Therefore, I would like to propose a bold new plan. Yigong might think you're clever, but since when did we let a rookie give orders around here? Let's not spoil the fun, Gumong. This kid's pretty charming. Let's see what he has to say. If anyone wants to raise any objections, please hold them until the end. The plan is called the Eternal Cauldron Project. Eternal? Interesting. Have you been keeping the elixir of life from me all this time? No, you misunderstand me. It's not bodily immortality. It's spiritual immortality. To put it simply, it's a plan to place all Solarians into virtual reality while their bodies are put into cryosleep. Until we find a cure. Our scientists in GA have already experimented on this. They were not very successful. This time is different. This time, we have Lady Ethereal's Vital Sanctum and Soulscape system. Your tests have proven that we can fix all the shortcomings of older hibernation devices. Combine that with the creation of virtual worlds, and all Solarians will be able to enjoy centuries of blissful dreams. Lady Ethereal, does it really work? Yes, upon waking up. All test subjects were very satisfied with the dreams they experienced. There were a few who had trouble, but those are minor issues. I'll patch those out. The only issue is, generating soulscapes for tens of thousands of people requires an unprecedented amount of computing power. We wouldn't be able to meet capacity even if we linked up every single abacus on Penglai. I believe the esteemed Gomong has an answer to that. Why are you asking me for an answer? If this is how half-assed your plan is, count me out, rookie. In your research on Jiangxi soldiers, didn't you posit the possibility of biological calculators? So that's what you're talking about. Connecting biological brains in series can indeed form an immense biological computer. However, that theoretical module requires the brains of organisms with higher intelligence. From where do we source those? Don't tell me you're going to use Solarian brains. Of course not. You can't use anything polluted by the Tianhuo. I mean, that would be unethical. Oh. That's where the 8 men come in. You all remember the Haitian sphere, right? That deep space telescope has been running for centuries. It has collected massive amounts of information. Did it actually find a planet with intelligent creatures? Exactly, we have temporarily named it the Pale Blue Planet based on its appearance. Reports show that primitive humanoid creatures with large and active brains reside on the Pale Blue Planet. Show me the report. I want to see it. You can't just make up such a huge discovery, young man. I read the report, so I need not doubt its veracity. They're still living beings. Wouldn't that be too cruel? The pity is totally unwarranted. If left alone, primitive species tend to wipe themselves out anyway. It's better for us to cultivate them for our purposes. Are we opening a whole new hunting ground? The GA clan is itching to get our muscles moving. Y'all thinking too far ahead. The pale blue planet is 500 light years away from us. What? So the meeting was a complete waste of time? The Fang clan didn't spend our money to listen to your fantasies. 500 light years. We don't even know if we'll make it to the next decade. Even if we did manage to gather enough food, how are we going to gather a vessel and the energy to get there? We already have a vessel, what's more, we're sitting in it right now. In the final phase of the Eternal Cauldron project, Quinlan Island will be launched into the heavens. The entire island, with everyone on it, will warp to the pale blue planet. You're insane. No, he's totally serious. I've done the calculations. There's enough energy stored in the primordial roots to make that trip. It will only take a few years to build the necessary rhizomatic energy columns and engines. As long as we have the primordial roots, when we reach our destination, energy replenishment shouldn't be a problem. But easy. What Quef wants to say is, once we make this trip, we will not be able to return for at least another 500 years. 94. This is way later. Yee, calm down. Why won't you hear me out? It was you. You're the perpetrator. Where are the others? The other souls have their own matters to attend to, and have asked me to speak on their behalf. I see, from the very beginning, I was the only one kept in the dark. Even Quaffo and Lady Ethereal knew. They reached the same conclusion as I had. We must accept our current predicament. In conclusion, my ass. It's you. You and this accursed Tiandao Council. You murdered everyone, murdered my parents. Because of you, now Hang will die too. Okay, that's maybe a bit extreme. Record monitoring device, record decryption report. Husong is breaking free from its seal. We're about to lose all control of the Primordial Roots network. After arriving near the Pale Blue Planet, the Primordial Roots were coaxed to build a massive web around New Kunlun to partially cover the nearby star, allowing the roots to absorb its light and provide never-ending power for the Eternal Cauldron project. Audio just screwed up. So you would sleep much longer. There we go. I realize that this really isn't the time for a nap, Shame. Why return to this pitiful place when you can welcome a whole new world into your dreams? A whole new world? I don't care what it is you're trying to do, but you better stop right now.
What's all?
Why? You're about to witness the liberation of Fusang. This is our destiny. We will soon devour the fruit that fate has provided for us. We have waited too long for this moment. You've gone insane. Insane, I found the truth and unlocked immortality. How can you not fathom the significance of this achievement? You're right, I can't. I don't understand why you would make the same mistake over and over again. Transforming Solarians into those mutants can't be the answer. Prophets always have to beat a lonely path. Never mind. You'll thank me in time, you and everyone else. Since the dawn of our race, Solarians were but stupid beasts before the whims of fate. Endlessly pursuing our own tails. You should celebrate because we're about to break out of this cycle and enter the realm of the immortal. You think this will free us? I'm not going to let you have your way. How extremely cruel of you. I hope that by trapping you in your dreams, I could avoid this confrontation. No mentor compared to end their students' lives. Don't make me do it twice. Okay. Got range. Okay, good to know. Alright. Learning the moveset. So let me check Jade's. Don't care about that. Iron Skin Jade with reciprocation is a pretty good combo, so I'm gonna stick with that. Now, this would be fun. Last Stand Jade. I'm not gonna force it, but if it happens, make good use of it. That's crazy. This person's using moves that I don't think... These combos are like entirely foreign. Or they're not. I mean, they're more like the sword fighter technique, which I've never really spent a lot of time to practice, so I guess that's probably why. the heck? Okay. Problem is, I don't want to just like spam parry, but it like kind of works. So you mess up once and then you're dead because all of your health is internal bleeding. Like that. That does a lot of damage. Did I just lose all my money? What? I don't... What? Okay, there's a lot of different moves going on here. Why is this so, like... I get why it's so different, but like... Jesus. Okay. What? I mean, I think I was on the ground, so that probably makes sense. Okay. That was my fault, I suppose. It lingers for a long time. What? I was a little late on that. I was like, oh wait, I should maybe get ready to try to do a boundless parry or whatever. unbounded parry, and then I get hit by the attack that completely punishes that. As in, like, I just was not ready for that. I was on the ground there, and that makes sense. Lay down. Oh. This has got to just be phase 1, right? Oh. Maybe I should learn how to, well, the thing is, I did do like an unbounded parry on that before, but it didn't seem to like prevent the fire from happening. Although it is a lot of damage, so it's probably worth doing. I was hitting parry, but whatever. I think I was hitting parry at like the worst possible times, like right as I was getting hit, so it wasn't even buffering. Yeah, that's definitely just one of multiple phases. That makes sense. Okay, sure. As soon as I see a flinch, I have to release. Why did my heal go off? What? It's kind of annoying. Alright, well, I think I can safely... I'm getting a lot of parries off, so it's worth. Okay. Okay, they're literally like no travel time on those projectiles. Okay. Luckily, the visual is pretty generous. Like, as I can like react and I think still get it. Okay. I can't bound this. Oh crap. Okay. I wasn't expecting the back to back. I don't know why. Like, I guess it's fine that I'm practicing it. Yeah, that's fair. Okay. I have plenty of time. I can jump in the air, and then when I hit the ground... Okay, alright, that's fine. Such a knowledge check fight. Which is fair. Oh, crap. I was way too early on that. I can wait until I see the red before I start charging. No reason for me to do it any earlier. It was like a free phase transition. You moved 2 inches, what do you mean? No way! Dude, I tried to heal there for like a solid 3 seconds. And then like, as I saw the attack go off, I just hit it one more time just out of curiosity. And then it actually worked. And I was doomed. That is unfortunate. Top off. I'm alive, barely. And I died of fire. That wasn't too bad. I was kind of baiting at the end. I was like forcing. There's no like one thing I can do to just have like a generally good outcome. Closest thing. As per usual. Okay. I can definitely parry that. Every single time. Alright, I need to remember. Phase 2. When I see the... I forget what it's called, the tag thing being used. It can be followed up by like a DP basically. I can get air juggled basically. I couldn't see it. Did the blue edge thing kind of made it hard for me to see. I'm gonna be real. Okay. What? That's bad. That's so sad. Not quite fast enough. That's unfortunate. I completely spaced on that being an option. It's okay. Oh crap. I can't do that. Okay, it's fine. This is what I have been doing. I can't try to get a boundless thing off on her when she's doing the dive from above because there's so many other options. I just need to dodge it and wait for the follow-up. Oh crap, I looked like a ball because she was like, she swapped sides. She went left and right on it, so I couldn't actually distinguish that it wasn't the orb. Ay, ay, ay. That was really unfortunate. Okay. Okay. there was plenty of time. No! No! Oh! I hit the wrong button! I knew exactly what was happening. My mind swapped between I'm going to heal and I'm gonna parry a little too much, and I couldn't hit the right button. And so then I tried to freaking panic dodge. Alright, this is doable. Oh, no, you don't. Boop, 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 boop. Come on, that's gotta be it, right? Okay. Okay, relax. No shot. No shot. I released too early. I can't believe that. Oh. I do have to go. Oh my god. Oh no. Okay. Ah, I just don't want to do this right now. It's fine. Alright. Ah! Okay. Finish it next time. I didn't realize they were really just gonna go from like 0 to 99